looking like I did not expect so many people to dislike the video. But that said, I think the game is actually very, very good. I've just done a pretty poor job explaining it. So here's the game. It actually works. It functions right now. It's got a menu on the right hand side. What is the whole concept of this game? It's pretty much a tug of war. If you played like a direct strike, there's some mobile phone games like it. Mechabellum is kind of similar to it. Ultimately, though, it's that tug of war where you got three people on both sides, two teams. They fight in the center and collect mana throughout. So I go into battle right here. I can actually add a bunch of AI bots if I want. I did have to program them a little. It's nothing sophisticated, but they don't bump into fucking walls, things like that. You can do survival mode if you want, which is ultimately instead of a team versus another team. This is your team versus just kind of like an ongoing swarm of the aliens. And then you can do social mode, which is ultimately the standard mode with a bunch of different modifiers tied to it. Probably should go back, but the whole idea is that in the tug of war, let's say Direct Strike, they use all the StarCraft units. The lore that I'm using is this alien race book. It's got like 60 different aliens, so built out all the little pixel art for it, stuff like that. And then rather than these guys just have an attack and armor, they all have these weird little abilities, which is pretty sick. And they can have upgrades, towers, all that type of stuff. This is the music that a lot of people did not like, so it's not a great thing. And these things down here, are just unlockables, not the actual game. So as you play games, etc., you get star maps, see where the aliens are from, everything like that. Oops, sorry. And then I go back into this, and let's try to play a game. Okay, so now we have all the people. We'll just do a normal mode, which is three people versus three people. Something I think is pretty cool about tug of war games in general is because it has like a static spawn cadence, like let's say every 15 seconds or something. It wouldn't really matter even if it was, let's say, like a 1v3. This would still work fine. This guy would spawn every 15 seconds. If you're on this side, you spawn every 45 seconds. So you're still spawning every 15 seconds. You just spawn a little slower as the one person. We will fill this with a bunch of AI. Oh, yeah, before I do that, this took a while, by the way. Now you can actually set up a lobby. You can have a friend join with a code. And if I added like a person here, let's say, you would then, it's kind of messed up, but you would see me with my little lobby, I think. Oh, maybe not. Not sure. But I know that works. Had my friend join it, so that's pretty exciting. Okay, fill this with AI. Boom. Now we're in the game. Game is pretty cool in general. So basically, this is the lane where everyone's fighting. And then these are all the little aliens from the faction that I chose. I get mana every round. That's how I buy the aliens. You have a couple choices to make. Obviously, one is to buy an alien, put it on the board. You can buy a generator, like I did right there, so you generate more mana. And then shitload of upgrades and things like that to kind of customize. So, if you were to purchase a person that did have an upgrade, like this little vampire person, let's say, I can go in here and they have an upgrade. What's this upgrade? Oh, the Hava, Hana, whatever. They will actually have a better life leech, and that's this guy. Cool thing, too, I think it's pretty top notch, is you hover over people, can see their actual health, can see all the modifiers from all the different abilities. Really trying to make it something that could be competitive and cool down the road. But hovering over stuff actually took me a little bit of time to figure out. You can zoom in on the map, obviously. Zoom down to different sides. And what else we got here? Hit tab, see all the stats and everything. This was pretty helpful when building the game because I didn't even know if the AI was actually firing or building units or doing what we wanted it to do. So this was so much more useful than you may think. And then in here, nothing interesting. You can make it full screen. Oh, one cool thing is that there is a mobile mode. So I've played this on my phone a good amount, and it actually works pretty well. But if I made this tinier, let's say, now it goes right into mobile mode. And this is pretty sick because, now you can see it's not just mobile mode, but it actually pops up a little different. It's way easier to use if you're on like Steam Deck, ROG, whatever. And then you still have that same stats right here. And then you will quit the game. So it works. It's pretty sick.